Hey all, Ryan here from Planetary Lapidary, and I'm once again on the western shore of Lake Michigan in Kewaunee County. I'm actually here today at Stromat Beach, I call it, because there are so many stromatoporoids everywhere, as you can see in this little clip. I'm doing voiceover on this because it was so windy out here that there was no way I'd be able to get sound. So I'm just showing you a couple little clips of all these stromatoporoids that are just littered everywhere. Here's a giant one that I found, and I actually didn't keep this one because I found some bigger ones. I did find a couple other things. This was a cool variolite, mostly green. I only really kept two other rocks though, and I'll show you those at the end here. This was a nice little Favicites and then another little stromatoporoid, but I'll show you here at the end what I actually did bring home. Sorry I didn't get a lot of footage, but the weather was just so crazy, so I'll show you here in a minute. I'm home and I have everything cleaned up. So what I did was I got a hotel room in Kewaunee, and I actually hunted a beach a couple days up there. And I did that so I could actually go out at night and look for Uperlites as well, because I've never found an actual Uperlite. So I hunted the first day, and then that night I went out at night and used my light, and then the next day I hunted in the morning, and then I came home. So I'll show you what I got here. I actually got only 5 things, but it's probably the 5 of the best things I've ever gotten, I think, all at one time. So here, I'll show you in a minute. Okay, so here's what we got. So the two, like I said, I was at Kewaunee kind of looking for showpiece stromatoporoids, and you can see the 2 giant ones that I got. This one here, I got a wet rag. I'll just wet it down a little bit for you just so you can kind of see what it looks like. Yeah, so first we got this guy, which is basically a solid stromatoporoid. This one weighs 9.5 pounds. So it's kind of exactly what I was looking for. And actually you can even see from this way, you can kind of see all the layers on both sides. So really, really awesome find. One of the biggest ones I've ever found. And I'm sure there was more. I didn't even go the full way on the beach I was at. And then we got this other monster. Let me get this thing wet if I can. This one's a little more churty, but it is definitely just as cool. Ooh, so this one's a little heavier. This one's 11.5 pounds. You can see a little bit of fossil soup in there, but you can see all your stromat layers there all the way around. I'm gonna have to just keep setting this thing down because it's so heavy. So here you can see the bottom of it, just your solid layer, quartzy, then you got some more layers coming around on this side, and then you got an actual little druzy pocket there, and then a bigger crystal pocket right there. So that was just a bonus in this already totally awesome super-sized stromatoporoid. So this one's gonna stay just like this. I'm gonna clean up these 2 big ones, get all the dirt off, get everything off that I can, clean them up, and they'll probably stay just like that. You don't generally find them that big, at least I don't. So that's how they're gonna stay. So I'll update you guys on when I get these things done, but they should turn out awesome. So then the third one I got was just another, here, let me get it wet, was just another stromatoporoid, but this one was such a peeler. Like, you can see so many layers on it. It's got this yellow stained all the way through, and then you can see the layers coming through the other side, and then some white and clear and yellow layers on the bottom. So that was just another really, really cool representation of a stromatoporoid, so I kept that guy. Then our other little rock, I wasn't going to keep anything small, I told myself, but I did find this amygdaloidal basalt with all these little agate pockets in it, there, all the way around, kind of the whole thing. So I definitely had to keep this. I don't find many that have so many little pockets in like this, red and white with the white border. That's so sweet. So I did keep that one. And then I did keep this one, which is my first ever actual Uperlite. So let me get the light off here. Let's see if I can get it to show up for you. Yeah, there you go. Pretty full one too. On that side, pretty good. And I'll flip it over, and pretty much full through the whole thing. So super stoked about that as well. My first ever actual Uperlite. And then 2 monster stromatoporoids. Oh yeah, the mudstone shows up cool. and UV light. But yeah, so all in all, exactly what I was there to do. Find 2 big showpiece Stromatoporoids. I actually got a bonus 3rd one because that one's gonna get cleaned up and stay just like that as well. And I found my first ever Uberlite, so that is sweet. All right, so if you like this video, leave a like, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for a couple close-ups, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.